This is pound dollar with the new strategy that can help you in your forex career. So the strategy is based on MACD divergence, but I'm using it on 15 minutes time frame to scalp. So you can use it on swing, but on swing you may never get more trades, but on 15 minutes you will get more trades within the course of the week or within the course of the month. So how do we go about this strategy? So the strategy is based on MACD divergence and the Bollinger Band breakout. So what is divergence? Divergence is when the price is doing the opposite of what an oscillator is doing. In this case, MACD is our oscillator. So once you discover such setup, then you have to go to 1 hour to confirm if the setup is real or not. So on 1 hour, what do you want to see on 1 hour? On 1 hour, I want to see the price or the candle crossing above the upper band in this case. So I'll show you on the buy setup, but this is a sell setup. So on 1 hour the candle has to cross above the band or touch the band, so whichever. So anything any divergence between the two bands don't take, so only take when the candle touches the upper band or the middle band. Then you have the divergence on 15 minutes. That's a perfect setup. So how do we enter such setup? So when the price move back down and the candle closes between the middle band, so what's our target? Our target is 10 to 30 pips depending on the pair. So for pair like GBPUSD, take 20. For pair like gold, take 30. For pair like Audi USD, take 10. For those pair that have less volatility, take 10 pips. So how do we set our stop loss? Our stop loss set above the recent swing high or below the recent swing low. So ensure the risk to reward ratio is 1:1. So don't risk 50 for 10. So the worst you can risk is risk 20 for 30, or risk 30 for 20, so or risk 5 for 10, so risk 15 for 10. So that's the best scenario. But for our scenario, don't risk 50 for 10 or 50 for 30. Don't go more than 1.5. The risk ratio should remain 1:1 or 1.5 to 1, so you can easily recover your losses. So this the setup. As you can see, it made 20 pips. Then if your tip is not hit, then how do we get out of this trade? So there's 2 ways you can get out of this trade. Three ways. There are 3 ways. 1 by TP, 2 by stop loss, and 3 by closing it manually. So you can close manually when the histogram of the MACD is forming on opposite direction of your trade. So if in this case you are selling, so we expect the histogram of the MACD to be below the 0 line, but when the histogram start forming above the 0 line, then we close our trade and take the loss, the little loss, or the little profit, or the break even. So let's check the monthly setup on GBPUSD 15 minutes. So as you can see, on 1 hour I have highlighted those areas. So those boxes means, as you can see, the black box means there was divergent on 15 minutes, but there was no breakout on the lower band of the Bollinger Band. So in such a case, this trade is not valid. So we're only looking for this one, this one, this one. For this case also, this one didn't make, this one, in this case this one did make this one. So as you can see, some of these didn't make, like this one, the 1 hour didn't touch or didn't close below the lower band, but there was divergence on 15 minutes. So let's go to 15 minutes and check out now. This is the first setup, this is the second setup. So that is a good setup. So in this case we had two setup. This one, as you can see, this one like could have hit our stop loss, and then if we entered on the next setup, then it made small few pips, then it hit our stop loss. That's why this forex nothing 100%, but it can be 80%, 60%, 70%, but don't take anything that is below 50%, because recovering will be very hard for you, especially when you are hitting your losses. Another thing, ensure your risk to reward ratio is not very bad, so when you are losing you can easily recover. So for me this strategy can work 70% and above, so I'm not seeing losing 3 trades in a row, but you can lose 2 or 1 and win the next. It's like that, like that, like that. So we had another setup here. So in this case, this is where in 1 hour didn't manage to hit to close below the lower band, but there was divergence on 15 minutes. So such setup I won't bother to trade them. So in this case there was double bottom forming, so but our oscillator was making high while the price is making a double top. This still double bottom, so this still a valid setup in this case. So is this really a double bottom or a triple bottom? So this is a triple bottom, so the price is like consolidating one place, but the MACD is moving up, so meaning the price is likely to go up. And as you can see, the price went up nicely and we made our, let's see, our 20 pips. Yes, before the price went down, or could have closed at this particular point. So you could be in how many pips? 58 to 65 to 66, so 9 or 8. So this is how the strategy works. As you can see, setups. This the black box means the price on 1 hour didn't manage to close below the lower band, but there was still a divergence on 15 minutes, so it's not valid for me. You can still trade it, but for me it's not valid. So another setup there, let's choose another pair. So I have gold, I had few setups on gold, so that's one, that's another one, a winner, that's another one, a winner, this another one, a winner. So this another one here, a winner. This another one, this was forming double bottom, so it was also a winner. Okay, there was a loser, this one was a loser, it didn't make much. As you can see, we enter here, the price went back up again, losing. So but the next setup was a winner, so we enter here and we won massively, so getting our 30 pips. So like that. Another pair here. For this case Our entry could be here, our stop loss above here, then we target 30 pips, so a winner. So I had another pair, Euro JPY, so had a divergence. This one was a loser. As you know, this week JPY went crazy at some point, so this one was a loser. Let's see a winner. This one was a winner. The next setup, this setup was a winner. So this one, as you can see, the red box, the black box means the price on 1 hour didn't break up the Bollinger Band, so it didn't break upper Bollinger Band, meaning it was below. So let's check out. So the setup is here. As you can see, there was divergent, but the price didn't make to upper band, so still a nice setup, but for me not enough. So where were we there? So here we have triple bottoms, so enter here, we win our 20 pips. So another here, as you can see, it takes days before you get a setup, but once you get a setup, it is 99% gonna win. So another setup. So out of, let's see, so these were 1st May to 25th May setups. So we had another setup here, meaning the black box means the price on 1 hour didn't manage to touch or to break above the band, so as you can see, okay, but still the price moved down nicely. So you have another setup there on 1 hour time frame. So my battery is like, so this is how the strategy works. So this strategy can be set on PC, or you can use agmatic indicator. So I'll share the agmatic indicator below. You can download it. The agmatic indicator, it gives alerts whenever the price breaks above or below the middle band. But before you enter on that signal, you have to check if there's divergence between the MACD, or between the MACD and the price, so you have to check the divergence. So on the agmatic indicator, we are not using MACD, we are using Maxwell equation. So Maxwell equation is another tool where it's a powerful tool to detect divergences. So you can add MACD on the template, then you add the Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band is used to check the breakout on 1 hour. Then the agmatic as alerts, so it gives you alerts whenever the setup is for, whenever there is a signal to buy or sell, but it not show you the divergence. It's up to you to create the divergence, to check if there's divergence, but the indicator will give you alert when the price closes above the Bollinger Band. So I'll share the indicator, or you can check on my Telegram. I've provided the link below, so join my Telegram for live signal, because I use this for live trading. This setup for live trading, so, and I can give my results. So this weekly results, 109 to $1, so this weekly. last week, last week results. So today is Saturday, and then you can see this live account, live 03. Okay, real, exactly, real account. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like the video. If you like the video, thumb up. If you don't like, thumb down. Comment down. We can add something. If you can add something to the strategy, comment down. If you need any help, comment down. If you need to join my Telegram for live signals, the link is provided down. Then for more discussion, you can contact me at $1 on Telegram. Thank you so much. Happy trading.